guys, it's Set to Achieve. Welcome to another video. And today I'm just putting out a video to tell you guys about my newest opportunity, okay? Some of you may have guessed, but it's actually a 9x12 card, okay? If you can see it, it is, and the point of it is to find local businesses or local business owners that want to put out their business out to thousands of people, okay? And normally in the past they were not able to because of budget, okay? It was expensive. About $1 per card. But now with this large, beautiful, lovely card, they are able to. Please, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share the video, like, and all of that, okay? Because guys, let's get to it. Yeah, guys, you know, on this channel, I promote multiple streams of income. That is what I'm huge on, okay? You know, I do delivery with DoorDash, Roadie, and then I have a course, it's called the Multiple Stream Masterclass Bundle, teaching you how to do all those different things. But now my newest venture is this beautiful cards, okay? Because it allows me to still be a middleman, okay? Which is, I'm a strong believer in the middleman. You know, I have this, part of my Multiple Stream Masterclass Bundle is the middleman business guide, okay? But this is the perfect middleman business. Okay, this is the perfect middleman business because you're just marketing for business owners, okay? And marketing for business owners is a lot easier than marketing for like consumers or customers, okay? It's a lot easier, but you just have to find, you know, what works for you, okay? So I'm actually finding that doing outreach via putting out like ads, or just putting it out there and letting them reach out to me is a lot easier than having to like make cold calls or cold emails. You know, I mean, I'm still like spending about an hour or two in the morning now, like, you know, making like lists of businesses like on Google Maps and like reaching out to the businesses. You know, like I do about 20 a day and stuff, but because I'm a strong believer in digital marketing, I'm like, why not just create like an info ad? And if you go to my channel, you're gonna see my newest one. So if you wanna go ahead and join. So I actually joined the school community. It's a course, it's only like $9 per year. So it's very, very affordable. So I went ahead and joined it. I ordered this card so that I can show the business owners that I'm reaching out to or that reach out to me. If they ask, like, you know, what is it about, I show them that this is a card that you just basically they just purchase like real estate on the card, okay? So it's like ad slots, you know, they purchase it, and I'm pricing it $550 for one, and if those that want to have a double space is $1,000, okay? Now, why is this so effective? It's so effective because is more effective than them just sending like a little postcard for $1, you know, $1 each, and you know, like for, you know, via post, you know, or post office, and then sending it to their customer, because $1 each, they can only probably reach maybe 50 to 500 people. But with this, they can reach 5,000 people, okay? So I'm focusing on my community right now, or actually one of the suburbs that are really close to me. That's what I'm focusing on, okay? But, I mean, you can, I mean, this, wherever you are, whether you're in Baltimore, whether you're in New York, whether you are in California, you can have these and put it out there to your market, okay? Whichever way you think is best. And the great thing about the course is that it teaches you different ways, you know, based on if you want to do it face to face, walk into stores and just letting them know what you do, and you can tell them like you're doing a community spotlight. The way I've been doing it is just telling them that I'm a business owner myself, which I am. I have several businesses that, as you all know, I have a mobile hair business, I have a mobile notary business, you know, so that I'm a business owner myself. I have an LLC, so I'm a legit business, and I'm just putting out ads for my own business, and looking for businesses that want to share the cost and promote their own business to thousands of people. So that's what I'm doing, and it's great. It's called the 9x12 method. I'm going to leave the link to the course for those that want to be able to start making money. It's very, very lucrative because you can, I mean, you're basically bringing different businesses together locally, and basically getting paid for, you know, taking the initiative to do it. Okay, so you can make upwards of 4,000 to 5,000 to 6,000, or, you know, 4,000 plus, you know, 5,000, you know, doing this, okay? Because once you fill out the first parts of the slots, the second half is profit, okay? and you can literally replace your income. You can do this while working your full-time job, just doing it like on the side, maybe in the evenings or in the mornings, whichever way. And yeah, I mean, I was really like, the first ad slot that I sold, even though it was a family member, and just having that 5.50, he cashed it, he sent it to me via Cash App, and just the fact that I could just have that money, that amount of money just coming just like that. It was really mind-boggling. Just having that proof of concept, will just make you just put fire in your bones and just make you want to just go for it and just and just run with it. Okay, so that's where I am right now, and I'm very excited. It's just like it's just giving me something new and something different, and something positive and profitable to to pursue. So that's what I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not pushing on anybody's throat and stuff, but I'm just telling you what is working for me now and what I'm putting out right now. So like I said, I'm thinking of putting out Facebook ads for this because one of our community members, and the great thing about this is that we have a community. Like just last week, or this past week, Thursday, we had a group training, so we have weekly group trainings, so we can ask our coach, his name is Mitchell, we ask him questions about because I asked him a question about one of the business owners that was asking me, how does he know if it's gonna reach 5,000 people? And then he was saying that, that you can just take like a portion of the receipt, just blot out any names or anything that is personal and just send it to them so they can know that it went out to this amount of people. But regardless, you can ask questions, you feel part of a community, people post their wins so you can be encouraged. You can leave questions on the community tab, and people that are doing it already, they can answer your questions, or you can just wait for the group live training that is actually posted. We have a calendar, so it's posted so you can know when the next one is coming. But it's only like $9 a year. It's very affordable, and yeah, I just said that, instead of like being silent about it, because I know a lot of you are looking for ways to make money online or offline, and this is a perfect way to make money, whether you want to choose to do it online or you want to do it offline. So I've actually set up different strategies for myself. I printed out business cards. I put out car magnets on my car, talking about mail market, local business, local businesses to reach out to get customers or whatever. So whatever you choose as your outlet, I'm gonna be also posting on our community the next door. And as a matter of fact, somebody reached out to me, messaged me, or no, actually they didn't actually message me, they left a comment on the video that I put out, like a little info ad on Nextdoor. So Nextdoor is like a community group. It's great for, there's a lot of business owners there. So I'm gonna reach out to the person and see what they're talking about. But anyway, this is a great way to make money, extra money, and I'm gonna be posting my journey. I know the last video that I posted regarding business was about junk removal, but I decided that when I saw this opportunity, I'm like, rather than starting, because I had a middleman cleaning business, but I'm like, rather than starting a junk removal, I'm like, this is actually a middleman business, but it's actually going to be easier for me to promote than trying to get customers for junk removal, and do that whole middleman thing with that. I'm like, this is perfect, and it has a whole community to support me, because a lot of times, when you're in business, you feel lonely, you're the only man, in the sea or whatever, but it's like when you have other people that are doing the exact same thing, selling 9x12 cards, selling them out, then it's perfect for, for anybody that wants to go ahead and start. So like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description. It's perfect, when you sell that first slot, whether it's a family member or whoever, I reached out to a realtor that I service as a notary, and asked him, and he said to reach back out to him, but he hasn't answered so far. But it doesn't really matter. Just doing outreach is great. Looking at your contacts that you already have to see, who might want to, take advantage of this, or you can um, you can do this via Facebook ads. One of our community members actually sold out his whole entire card within a month, and he paid about $500 on Facebook ads. So that's very affordable. I mean, would you pay $500 to get $1,000? You know, would you pay $500 to get $2,000? Would you pay $500 to get 3,000? What about 4 or 5? You know, but with this business, the profit margins are so high. We're talking 4 to 5K. You know, so if you're someone that is not really comfortable with, you know, having a cold call businesses or cold email, then you might have to put a little bit of money, just save a little bit of money, you know, and start running Facebook ads, you know, to get that outreach. So I'm thinking of using one of the infomercial videos that I've already created, and just use that as a Facebook ad, and just, you know, so and just reach customers that are, you know, like typical business owners. They're like in their 40s, late 40s, 50s, you know, and where they hang out is Facebook. You know, they're not on Snapchat or TikTok. They're on Facebook, right? So so why not create an ad and reach out to them? Another community member was stating that he spent $80 to reach out to, and he got 2 ad slots completed. That's great, because that's $40 per slot. So if you're paying, so let's calculate that. 40 times 4, that's 160. Okay, 160. And then if he was to have a whole page, that would be, what is it, 260? I mean, is it, yeah, 32. So that's 320, right? So if he was to fill out the whole slot, that would be $640. Okay, would you spend $640 to get $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Absolutely. You know, that is almost what, times 10 of your money. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, that's great. You know, so anyway, I just want to put it out here to those that are looking to, you know, looking for ways to make that extra money, you know, have that multiple streams of income, you know, or quit that 9 to 5 job, you know, and have something to actually be able to make money. This 9x12 method, 9x12 cards are perfect. Okay, they are perfect, you know, and it just like, it makes me excited, because I'm like, you know what, I can actually see the end. I can actually see a light at that end of the tunnel, you know, struggling to do DoorDash and roadie, you know, running around, you know, trying to just trying to make money online and offline, and just doing all kinds of things, you know. And God has been faithful to me. You know, you all know my journey, you know, facing narcissistic abuse, being 2 years free, and raising 3 teenagers. And it's been a struggle, it's been a journey, but God has been good. I keep my faith, put my trust in the Lord Jesus Christ. He's been my savior, he's been my help. The Holy Spirit has always been my counselor, my comforter. And yeah, he's always giving me, and I'm a strong believer that he's the one that brought this to me, because you all know that I was on the verge of starting a junk removal business, you know, but God didn't allow it. God didn't allow it, you know, and he brought this to me right at the time that I was in a decision land, trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. You all know I put out the video talking about that. But now with this 9x12 cards, I believe that this is actually the method that God is actually going to use to take me to the next level. You know, and I want to bring you guys on, because I know a lot of you have been very loyal, watching my videos and asking questions and leaving comments and just being really encouraging, you know, and I'm like, why not bring them along, you know, so you can see my journey and you can join in if you want to be part of the community, you want to learn more about this. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link to the school community. You can become a part of it, you know, to learn, you know, what it is that, you know, that I'm talking about, learn how to start making $5,000 extra per month, you know. And if you want to put out like 2 cards to 2 communities that are, you know, nearby you, you know, learning how to get organized and learning how to, you know, do that prospecting, you know, and yeah, you know, change your life, you know, because this can literally change your life. Our coach, I mean, the creator of this program, his name is Mitchell Thibault. He has a YouTube channel as well, yeah, but he has, yeah, he had a lot that he has been through, And you know, now he's, I think he was like he finished college, and he became a realtor, and just like money was hard because we're like in a really hard, difficult market. You know, trying to get houses sold, like it's almost impossible right now. You know, and he was just like at his wit's end, and his mom was watching was on YouTube, you know, whatever, and she had seen an ad, you know, or a short come up about the 9x12 method, you know, and he jumped on it, you know, and then he decided, like, you know what, he's gonna create a community, you know, after he got success selling. I think he sold out 3 cards. That's like $15,000 in like, I think two to 3 months. And so when he started seeing that success, he was like, you know what, why not take it back and teach other people how to do the exact same thing? So that's why he created the school community. So yeah, so I joined it, and I'm now selling this 9x12 card. I actually got this card from the course. You know, you can purchase sample cards that you can show business owners to make it more real to them, because sometimes explaining over the phone, or you know. And so what I did was I took a picture of this, you know, put it on my phone and stuff. So when they reach out to me, or when I reach out to them, or whatever the case may be, they ask, like, you know, so what does it look like, you know, whatever. I just show them this, and I have like a little pricing sheet that I show them as well. So guys, this is something really simple. I wouldn't say it's easy, you know, because you have to find what works for you, but it's simple, you know. If you're not someone that, you know, wants to have to call people and things like that, even though, I mean, you want to tell your family members that, hey, do you have, I mean, think about it. What does most businesses lack? You know, what is the thing that what is the lifeblood of most businesses? Customers. It's as simple as ABC, customers. If you don't have customers and you have a business, your business will dry up, okay? Your budget, whatever it is, you will not have any, okay? So, I mean, I have a hair business, you know, I've always needed customers. I have a notary business, I've always needed customers. So it's like, businesses need customers, and a lot of times local businesses cannot get that outreach that they deserve and they would love to their local community, because they just don't have the budget. You know, postcards are really expensive, you know, but with the 9x12 cards, I mean, it's just like, it's like a no-brainer. With the 9x12 cards, you can reach 5,000 people, you know, or more with a postcard. And it's more valuable because people are more likely to keep the card on their refrigerator, you know, or in their junk drawer, right? Because think about it, they might not need, especially if you have coupons. Like I encourage my business owners, put a QR code that they can scan and go to your website, or put a coupon, put a special offer, you know, 20% off, you know, on this day, or whatever that you can, you know, do. You know, it's highly encouraged when you have, you know, offers, special offers. They're gonna keep it. They might not need a painter right now, but they might need, they might want to get that pizza deal, or they might want to get that check out that plumber, or they might like that nail shop, you know, they might want to get that nail special, you know, on, you know, Fridays or whatever. So they're more likely. So this is more valuable than, you know, this is a lot more affordable, and it's more valuable for, you know, for businesses, local businesses that want to reach out. So this goes out to 5,000 people in your local community. So it's like, why not? You know, it's you know, so whether you have a pressure washing business, whether you have a plumbing business, whether you're a lawyer, whether you are whatever, you know, or you have a brand, you know, you have a you cook, you know, you do catering, you know, and you want to put it out there to your local community. You know, now you can, you know. So I'm a strong believer in digital marketing, but now there's mail marketing, you know, and people check their mailboxes. That will, no matter what AI or whatever comes up today or tomorrow, not digital marketing, mailing marketing will never die, because people are always going to take their mailbox to, you know, find letters to, you know, for mail. They will always look in their mailbox, and nobody's going to throw this away. You know, they might toss a little small postcard that say, we buy houses, let's buy your house. They might toss that away. But if there are other things, you know, other features, other businesses, they're gonna more likely keep it. Like, oh, you know what, let me just set this aside here. You know, maybe I might need that to have my driveway cleaned, you know, or maybe I might need to, you know, go get a discount on that you know, in that restaurant or whatever. So it all works out. All right, so this is great. Like I said, I'm gonna leave a link to the course if you want to get it started, you know, and everything's very affordable. $99. I mean, that's less than a full cart of groceries. You can get started at $99 per year. So I went ahead and joined paid, and now I'm part of the group. I joined the live meetings, live trainings. I get to ask questions, and I'm promoting my business. You know, this is a local business. You know, I can promote from my house. I can put it out there to people in my community, pass out cards, and it's great. Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep updating you guys about you know, how I'm doing and things like that. But it's great, guys. So anyway, go ahead and like the video, share. I'm not gonna keep it too long. It's already past 20 minutes, but like the video, share, leave your comments, and guys, till next time.